Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today we're gonna finally talk about Married at First Sight, season 16 episode, I don't know, you pick it, but I believe it's episode 26. Reunion part 2. So they finally got past reunion part 1 and part 2, which really could have been in the same reunion. And honestly, is it just me, or did the reunion seem like it was mainly centered around Shaquille and Kirsten as to why they're not together, but they look good together? So how come you won't be together? And are you going to talk about being together? Will you give it another chance? Kind of thing. I was over it. Okay. And I'll tell you why as more people come in, because it's like, why are they pushing the agenda? If you know, you know. And clearly Shaquille said he didn't want to be with Jasmine. So, and then we saw, they even brought in Jasmine's mom and not Jasmine, I'm sorry. My bad. They brought in Kirsten's mom and they brought in Shaquille's mom. Like that's supposed to help something, right? Because listen, if I was the mom on the show, See, if you've been watching Millennial Mom for a while, for the Married at First Sight, you already know. Like, I am not in favor of millennial, even though she's plenty old to do the show. But do I think she's ready? No. But I wouldn't be on there like, oh yeah, maybe they ought to work it out. It'd be a different kind of content with me, So if she told me she didn't want to be in a certain relationship and what happened, I'm like, girl, please, you need to let that go, But anyways, that's just me. And then we have more with Dominique and McKinley speaking with the experts, and Dominique is in her feelings. She doesn't understand why she's crying and feeling these emotions. I'm like, girl, because maybe you realize that this isn't a game. Yes, your mother signed you up, so back to the mom thing, but this is not a game. Marriage is marriage, and if they didn't tell you, now you know. A little bit more with Gina and Mac or McKinley and their dates. For them to have clicked the way they claim that they haven't gone on a second date yet. I would have thought by the taping of that show anyways, I would have thought they'd been on several dates and did several other activities, along the way, but apparently not. They did a little bit more with Jasmine and Eris, a little routine they had going on that they could have did before in a never before seen footage video to do at the talent show, but they didn't get around to it. And they talked to Clint and Gina a little briefly, and really that was about it with this part 2 of the reunion. So, man, did they drag this season out. Okay, I'm so glad we finally got to see more clips of Married at First Sight 17, Denver. Like, bring it on. Let's go, and I will also have clips at the end of the show for that as well. So let me see who's in the chat, and hello to everyone on replay. If I haven't said already, if you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, I think we have fun over here. All right. Hit the like button, leave your comments, and tell a friend to tell a friend about Millennial and Mom. I know there's a couple of us, but hey, look for our picture, Millennial and Mom. We do 90 Day Fiance. Well, I do for right now because Millennial's doing something on the side for now, and other shows that come up along the way. So let's see. We have Sharon. Hello, Sharon. Would you say? You said, yep, Kevin Frazier was doing too much. Yes, he was. Yes, he definitely was. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? And then Sharon, you say they're trying to get a marriage that will work so folks will get off the extras back for mismatching. Okay, but you know what? If Shaquille and Kirsten were going to work, they were going to work. Don't try to push the agenda. That's the part I don't get. Like, why are they trying to push the agenda with these two? They said no, especially Shaq, regardless if he spoke to, in his words, of profit or not, about the reasons why, then that's his decision. Maybe he wasn't in the right space. And same thing for Kirsten. She may have came along in this space, but just wasn't quite there. I'm actually going to drop the link already for anyone that's in the bushes or in the chat to jump on for this show. Okay, so for those of you who are in the chat already, what did you think about Shaquille's mom and Kirsten's mom coming on the show to give their opinion about their relationship? When Kirsten's mom agreed to the fact that when Shaquille was saying that he's never met the family and, his family is more welcoming, and in order for him to feel the same way with Kirsten's family, he wanted to make sure that meeting them outside the wedding and the reception, he can do that. Because remember, he didn't even meet Kirsten's dad until like right before the retreat, or like 2 episodes before decision days, to make him feel like, everything is okay. I think that was Kirsten's thing, even though the dad didn't want to be filmed. But there's one thing I'm going to say that Kevin said, and it's just, I said this too, and I'm sure a lot of y'all thought about it in the chat and made in the comments. You make time for what you make time for, Kirsten's mom said, yeah, there were times when, they were working and didn't have enough time to visit with Shaquille and Kirsten, and she felt bad about that. So she understood what Shaq's feelings were about that. So I'm glad that they at least recognize it, because listen, I would have felt the same way. Sharon, you said, why were they there? For moral support, I guess, and to maybe talk them into going on a date that Kevin was definitely talked them into doing, after the show. Because to me, if they wanted to go on a date without assistance, they would have, without being pressured. To me, it felt like it came across like pressure to me, even their responses to what was being said seemed like it was pressure, but I don't know, I could be wrong. So Shaquille's mom was more, well, I'm not saying for the mothers, they were both each welcoming in their own way, but on the show, what was I going to say? Shaquille was like, yeah, his mom was like, well, when they got married, she seemed nice, seemed like our family already meshed with their family, seemed like everyone knew each other. So we had a good time. She also hoped that it would work out too, right? But it just didn't. And I don't know. I just didn't like that. I also don't, in my opinion, don't like when it was said, not just this episode, but I believe it was like last episode or 2 episodes ago, the point that if he said no, okay, and his feelings, regardless of we felt they were validated, the experts felt they were validated, he said no for a reason. He didn't feel in his spirit. I don't think that you should push it on him saying, oh, well, Kirsten is the best that you would have, because if that's the case, for those of us who's been around for a while, know that, you've gone from one person to the next, there's always someone else who meet the needs of whatever you need at the time. Either continue on a long-term relationship or you let them go, but you will always find someone else. So that's my point. So Cynthia, you say the moms weren't necessary, but they both look beautiful. I agree. Yep. Sharon, you say yes. Yes. I think so too. Do you think that the moms were trying to push the relationship too, or what do y'all think? Or you just think that they were there just because the show had nothing else to offer, really? It's just been going on and on and on and on. Just curious. Hi, Skylar. You say the 2 moms were encouraging in their comments if they were truthful. Yeah, not. Cynthia say, Shaq said no, it's time to move on. Right, but they just kept trying to push the agenda. Just because they look good as a couple sitting next to each other or whatever they said on paper, it's not like, are you sure? Are you sure? Because I would think that would push them away even more, but we'll see. So also too, next week's episode, yes, there's another episode. Where are they now? I'll go ahead and do a review or live on that. It looks like they said they had their date, but are they still together is the issue. Are they still together? I don't know. I thought someone in the chat before said they didn't think they were still together. And matter of fact, I think I read that somewhere too. So if that's a spoiler, I guess they'll confirm or deny next week. I don't know. Yeah, I read that already. And also, Sharon, you say, yes, they know their children. Exactly. So what did you think about, let's move to real quick, Dominique and McKinley. Do you think that Dominique finally realized that, why she came on the show was something that was serious and not just something that was like a regular dating show, maybe like The Bachelor? Because she started to get all in her feelings when she was saying different little comments she gave, whether it be to Kevin, to Mac, to the experts. When she said to the experts, when they asked Dominique, 11 days is too soon to get divorced. And she's like, yeah, I wish Mac would have fought for me. I wish he would have put me in my place. Girl, what are you talking about? Fought for you how you knew how to fight. Well, you should have known to fight for your own relationship. She only, in my opinion, looked at the big picture of what maybe he could do for her in the moment, Or is it just me? I think Dom still has some growing up to do. But again, I think that she just came into reality when she, came face to face with everybody and the experts too. And she just, tapped into what was really going on inside. Because initially, as we know, her mom signed her up for the show. She didn't sign up for the show. So clearly she didn't know what to expect. So with this show being taped at least 6 months to a year in advance, so she came on the show, originally she was 25, so that means she was 24. Still old enough, yes, an adult, but still young enough to not be ready and mature. Even on the show, watching Dom, she never gave me mature at all. Even if they lasted through the whole season, no. Mature, absolutely not. Like I said, she talks like she's 25 or 26, however she is now. Let me see. Sharon, you say they spent a lot of time on them. I think Dom realized she was immature. Mm-hmm. And Skylar, you say I would watch the show next week. Yeah, now the show next week, where are they now? It's really the last hurrah. Now that seems like where we're going to find out if there's any real tea, because this reunion show, part 1 and 2, Decision Day, I don't think we got any tea at all. Not even from the 5th expert, Nicole. I don't think we got any tea, period. So, yeah. When McKinley, when Dominique was saying, yeah, I just want you to put me in my place and all this and that, he looked at Dom like, to me, it was two things. He looked at her like, are you serious? But at the same time, he looked at her like, why would I do that? He just didn't seem like he was originally attracted to her. Even if he wasn't attracted to Gina, which we know, he just did not give the, oh, I'm attracted to you, with the look with her. He seemed to be slightly surprised at that, her comment about put me in my place. But, how would he know? Because Dom, when they were on for the short time they were on, just made little off the wall comments about his personality, him living in someone's basement, him not wanting to put roots down in Nashville. She just had like strike 1, 2, and 3 against Dom the whole entire time. So, I mean, what was he supposed to do? I also think that, excuse me, I sit down, whatever. Mac, attitude, or personality as the show progressed when we saw him come back on the show wasn't necessarily the best. But in that relationship, I'm not sure if they both put their best foot forward. But we definitely can say that Dominique definitely did not put her best foot forward. What do you guys think? Now, if they brought in anyone's mom, they should have brought on her mom. That's all I'm saying. They should have brought on Dominique's mom, because that's who I would have wanted an explanation from. Okay, instead of Shaquille and Kirsten's mom, bring on Dom's mom. Like, what made you decide to sign her up for the show? What made you think that she was ready? That's what I was expecting from that. So I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So let's see. Who else? Let's move on to the next couple. So what did you think about the McKinley and the Gina? What do you think about them dating still? Gina, I mean, the body language seemed like they were comfortable together. I thought so. The body language gave me comfortable. More comfortable with Gina than Dom. I mean, she had a smile on her face. Well, she kept a smile on her face, right? They also showed when they went, we saw that in previous episodes, though, when they went to the bar for the first time to have their first date. She's like, oh yeah, I noticed you too. And Mac, they showed clips of that at the honeymoon when Mac was saying, oh yeah, I don't know what's wrong with Clint, but I think his wife is hot, so yeah. It also seemed like Mac, when he said that, had a little bit too much to drink, but he was on his honeymoon, but apparently he meant what he said, because all those weeks later, he slid into her DMs, right? And they went on a date and are still in touch. So I'm wanting to know what is going to happen next week at the Where Are They Now episode to see if they really did stay together. What'd you say, Sharon? You said Gina was giddy sitting there with Mackenzie. She was definitely giddy sitting there with Mackenzie. Is it Mackenzie? McKinley, excuse me. Yep, she was. Let's see, what else? Clint, he seemed like Clint is just a go with the flow kind of guy. I'm not sure if Clint really is cool with McKinley sliding into those DMs, like he said. I know Clint is definitely the MVP of the show, but would you be cool? I mean, technically the whole group are strangers, right? The whole group are strangers. And then to know that someone that's on the same process as you made that comment at the honeymoon when the guys were sitting with the guys at the beach. Because did you see how all the other men looked, like Eris and Shaquille and Chris, how they looked at Mac was like, what? Man, I can't believe that you said that. Right? So I think Clint has saved face for a lot of the show, and he did pretty well hiding it, in my opinion. Now, the thing for Clint, the savior for him, definitely the dog Hank. Definitely. I'm surprised Clint doesn't even have a dog yet, honestly. Like, where's Clint's dog? He should have been had a dog. Okay. But he is still in love with Hank. He even dropped some tears for Hank. Like, I love that dog. I'm like, you dropping tears for a dog that don't even belong to you? Oh, okay, Clint. All right, if you say so. So, I don't know. It just seems like Clint, Gina, and Dom. I think Clint is happy for Gina that she's moved on, but I still think that, again, that bro code thing was just a cold piece. I don't know. All right, so let's get backstage. Let me know when you're ready to come on up. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. You come up real fast.
What's going on, y'all?
How you doing?
Surviving this.
Yeah, is it hot?
It's yeah, but that air that from the Canada fires is down here now.
Oh, it's in your area?
Yeah,
it's not good. I mean, I saw the East Coast thing on the news. So whoever is, with that, y'all be careful. Wear masks if you need to wear masks. Do what you got to do. I know there's a heat wave going across that way too. So
yeah, it's kind of hot.
Oh yeah, it's going to be hot here starting tomorrow. We're under a heat.
Lord,
oh yeah. I mean,
Vegas is something else.
Yes, let's see. What's today? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, 110 through 114 every day. I know, right? We haven't even been in 100 yet at all. We haven't hit 100 yet this season. And now, bam, here we go. I was like, ooh. So I'll be outside on Monday after Sunday. Yeah, so what'd you say, Sharon? You said it's here in Ohio too. Yeah, you're both in the same place. You're both in Ohio.
Yeah, we both in Ohio. I'm in Cincinnati though, Sharon. I don't know what Sharon is.
Oh, okay. You two buddies. Is that what's in your throat?
Huh?
Is that what's in your
I know you probably can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it. The smog and stuff. So what you think about the reunion, which really could have wrapped up last week? I mean, what was
exactly,
that with mamas?
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, why did we get a part 2? This is the same stuff they already talked about.
Yeah.
And then the experts want to come on like we're just upset why this didn't work. It didn't work because y'all didn't do your jobs.
They came on like Rambo. She in Columbus.
Yeah, I was just up there for a funeral. Yeah, it's like an hour and some change away.
Oh, sorry to hear that about your funeral. I'm sorry. May they rest in peace. But
Oh
you
yeah.
know what? Instead of having Kirsten and Shaquille's moms on there, they needed to have Dominique's mom on there to explain why they put her daughter on the show. That's what they needed to do, right?
Right.
So, because I was like, why? Because I know the mothers were being cordial, right? They don't seem like they were, not getting along. But like I said, if I was the mom, it wouldn't, no, 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 no. If she said no, it's no. I'm not going to be like, oh, you should go on a date. I just think that's wrong. If
I
they're
mean,
not,
I thought her mom stayed kind of neutral because he kept on pushing like, "You want them back together? I want them both to be happy." She kept saying that, so she basically said in a nice way, "Whatever my daughter decide, that's what we gonna roll with."
oh, look, oh, I thought there was a different kind of mom behind the scenes.
You
But
would you would have
anyway,
said no?
I would say no. If she felt she was being disrespected
Hmm.
and she had to regroup, reset, why would I be I wouldn't be, nasty about it, but I was like, no, this is not the best decision for you. Believe what people tell you the first time. No. You know what I'm saying? No, and remember, you saw what they said when the experts came on. They were still trying to beat around the bush with, yeah, we're going to go out on a date, but we don't know, and all this other stuff. So they weren't sure themselves. So clearly, it's not what they really truly want. At
Right.
least I think both of them really. So, and then I moved on to McKinley and Dominique, and
Oh,
she finally realized that marriage is not a joke, right? She caught some feelings like, why do I feel this way? Because your mama signed you up for the show. You weren't ready. Now you know marriage is for real. Like this weren't no regular old single dating show,
right. You really got to file paperwork.
You really got to file paperwork. And then for her to say that, oh, I wanted McKinley to put me in my place. I said, huh? Put you in your place. And then what? Because you weren't feeling his vibe for a minute, right?
Yeah, that's how these younger. Well, she my age, I guess. Is she? Well,
She's
Dom,
26. 26.
close enough. Yeah.
Yeah. She's in your peer group.
Yeah, but that's how they be thinking out here. I need somebody to shut me up, tell me what to do. Like, you grown. I shouldn't have to tell you that you acting out of order.
Right. Well, common sense is on different levels. And
Ain't
apparently she's at the
right.
bottom. She hadn't moved up yet. You only move up in age. Everyone moves up in age, Lord willing, but common sense, morals, all that stuff fluctuates. So you got to know where you at. All right. So what do you think do you think that Hank really, I'm not going to say cared, but really had a problem with McKinley? Because I think most people would have had a problem with him after all.
You mean Chris? I mean, you mean. What's his
No.
name?
Oh, I said Hank, huh? I
You
mean,
did. I told you look like that dog.
my bad. Yes, Clint.
Nah. I don't think he had I don't really think he might have had a little bit of a problem, but it wasn't that serious because he know she wasn't feeling him. So I think Clint was like, I think they just went through the process. I don't even think they was. I think they just accepted like early that they was just gonna be friends. So I
Mm.
think it was just like watching your friend go out on a date. Like, I'm rooting for you, girl.
Root for
Like
you.
that. She went from his wife to his sis. That's his sis.
That's true. That's true. So, I mean, honestly, there weren't really much to talk about. Just the experts just came out, especially Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper, came out like gangbusters, like they was on Rambo's team or something, old school, coming out there like, I'm glad he's upset or whatever she said. I said, that is not professional. Dr. Pepper, bro,
Yeah,
I'm glad he's devastated.
yeah. Evan was making me mad the whole episode. I was like, why do you keep trying to push these people together? He said no. Sometimes,
Exactly.
sometimes you have to live with your choice. You
That's
didn't
right.
her, and you lost her. Move on. You know what you learned? You learned the lesson. Now, don't get it too much into your head. Just live in the moment. You would have had your dream, girl. You wanted her on the platter. It was there. But then you said you wasn't good enough. How you ain't good enough?
Right. And here's the thing for me. So you know how we saw, and this is for the chat too. You know how we saw never before seen footage of the couples? Where was the never before seen footage of the experts giving advice? Where was that
at? I'm just trying to figure out why did they include that Mac and Dom scene. That was a good little B-roll they had right there. I was like, that gave somebody something to talk about it for them because.
Yeah. Sharon says the expert should have been on Eris and his crazy ideas. You know what? I'll be so glad when we over Eris this whole season because we don't need another Eris. We definitely don't. Hi, Dolores. Hello. You're right, Devontae. We would have got more to talk about with Dom and Mac if we had seen that because we just saw like basic stuff. Like we saw them really not communicating on any level. And the next, I want a divorce. And we're like, where'd that come from? Right? Where'd that come from? So, all right. Well, really, that was it. But the experts, though, Dr. Pepper, like I said, I don't think she was being professional. I think Cal was being, during these scenes, I think Cal was being pushy, trying to say, first of all, how can they give advice like, you never know what's going to happen? You know what I mean? Sometimes marriages count. Sometimes marriages, took my glasses off, have to go through things. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, their track record makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? How many couples have stayed together with their track record? How many couples have they advocated to push to stay together? Don't advocate for them to stay together on decision day when they say no, because apparently they got to this point where they didn't feel like they could. Right?
Right.
So that's crazy to me. And then Dr. Pierre, she didn't really have too much to add, did she?
Yeah, I feel like she was just there.
So maybe
all of them was saying a bunch of nothing. Just like Shaq. Every time Shaq go on them long tangents, he literally go on a long tangent about nothing. Don't nothing make no sense. You like, I hate people that know big words and just be using them.
Well, I know a lot of big words and I use them correctly. That's my life outside.
He don't. What are you talking about? Like, so you divorced her because you didn't spend enough time with her family? Like, what?
Yeah, now that's not a good reason to get divorced. But anyways, so what about Eris and Jasmine? They did the never before seen footage of them doing the little mime thing and doing Clint. Now I thought that was cute. That would have been cute to see it at the retreat, right?
Yeah, they really got good chemistry. It's weird that he don't like her.
I was about to say that they have good chemistry. She's on his lap.
That's why I'm confused. Like, y'all look like a couple, y'all act like a couple, but you like her. Is it like maybe I don't know. I'm starting to think he ain't like her because he knew she just wasn't freaky enough. I think that's what it was or something. I don't know.
Maybe, but the way they were seeing their body language was also hugged up, on the sofa and things like that. But those different scenes on his lap and just, I was like, wow. So whatever Eris said that would embarrass Jasmine and her family is the friends and family is the reason why, because he said that last week, why he don't like her. So whatever that reason is why. But I think maybe, physically there's a spark, maybe just something. I mean, maybe she had halitosis. Maybe her breath was bad. He just can't get past.
Gotta be something with the mouth. That ain't making no sense. What else is wrong with her? First you said she was too skinny. Then you go out on a date with somebody who's just as skinny. He ate one more ham hock bone. Come on. Like, it's not adding up. So you need to come out and say, My wife is one of them people. She will not talk to a dude with like messed up teeth. It's
Oh,
people
really?
out there. It's really people out there like that. Yes.
Well, messed up like what though? Everyone has a different, way of how they think teeth. Like,
You need braces. You
oh,
need braces. Crisscross applesauce is going on in your mouth. That's what she's talking about. Missing a tooth.
well, okay, I see that part. But I mean, on this show, you're not missing no teeth. Your teeth might be crooked. Most people can use Invisalign. I can use Invisalign, you know. But I mean, on this show, they're not picking nobody with scattered teeth and you know what I'm saying, your hairline way back here. They're not picking those type of people.
Man,
So
but you know, this Ayers we talking about, he 40 and he never been in love. So he probably is one of them weird people that's real. He probably looking for the perfect woman, and I feel like that's why he been single this long. It's always something wrong with him. Oh, she this, she that. He always finds something. He looking.
yeah, Cynthia says, so disappointed in Jasmine, all hugged up on Eris on the couch. Also know their wedding rings were off. Those wedding rings should have been off on everybody. So, that scared me. No. I got someone backstage. This little boop scared me. It's loud. Let's see. I see you. Hold on a second. Dolores says, I didn't understand why Jasmine was sitting under Eris. I don't know, but they've always had that little, I'm going to put my booty right here next to you. And he's okay with that kind of thing, That's all I'm saying. A little cross the line. Are you ready backstage? All right. I'm not going to keep y'all long because I'm going to tell y'all at the end of the show what.
Oh.
Hey.
Hold on. Y'all coming in. Okay. Here we go.
Sorry.
Going on.
Are you frozen, Jasmine? Jazz.
Maybe
Jazz, Jazz, I'm
She
gonna
just
drop
moved her hand.
you probably got to put it in airplane mode real fast.
Go out and come back in, Jazz. Go out and come back in. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Devontae.
How you doing?
I'm fashionably late, but still best dressed.
Okay.
You back?
I thought it started at 7:30. I had a load for 7:35.
Well, it's starting early because y'all want to know now or at the end of the show?
You know what? You can do it now.
I mean,
Okay.
since you said something.
Okay,
Right.
because I'm going to be on the Courtney and Eddie YouTube show.
What?
7:30. Well, 7:30 their time. So 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. So after we get off, like 15 minutes later, head on over there, please.
Yay!
We Courtney and Eddie and we friends. We friends.
They are funny.
For real. We friends.
They are funny.
Just like I think the Jazz and Vince for real are friends.
Jazz and Vince.
Friends.
Mhm.
We all friends.
Where you been? Because you ain't posted nothing.
Oh, I be working. I'm always.
I know.
Working. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Mom, I might as well tell you why it's on my mind because I'm getting old. It be slipping. So we coming to Vegas.
What?
Uh-oh.
Wait, he said that he going blank. What?
Right. As soon as he said, "Yeah, we coming to Vegas," click.
All right. I'm sorry.
That was
I was looking at the dates. I ain't think it kicked me out. We coming on the 19th to the 23rd of August.
What? Oh, I can't say nothing. All my double people gonna be out in Vegas. Oh, I'm gonna be busy.
Yeah, so I'm coming there for my 30th. It's over.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
It's official, flights and everything booked. This is not a game.
All right, listen.
Let me order. I got you. Let me order me a neck fan because I know it's hot and flip flops.
You already know. It's not gonna be as hot, but it's gonna be hot. DM me so I know what's up. Okay.
Got you.
Like for real. Like don't be out here and don't be seeing me.
No, I got you.
Look,
I wouldn't be surprised if my wife already did it. are gonna do it. Who knows? I might have ruined my own surprise.
No, she didn't, because I didn't know. Look, by the weekend is over. I need to know. Okay. Anyways, thank you for joining, ladies. Also, we were just doing a quick recap on the show. I could go backwards. I'm gonna give out awards shortly because I don't want to be late to go over there. But what do you think about the mothers with Shaq and Kirsten? What do you think about the experts and Kevin pushing them to, like, you need to go on a date, you need to do this and that? What y'all think about that?
I think that I appreciated the mother's commentary because it showed like they're supporting them either way. But I feel like Kevin was pushing it way too hard. Like it was uncomfortable to watch because you could tell that Kirsten was uncomfortable.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I think it's up to her. If she want to say he gonna have to put in some work to get back to what he wants, I think that's perfectly fair. He dumped her, not the opposite way around. And it's not like we just dating. This is a marriage. So I think he has a lot to prove if that's what he want. But I really don't like that Kevin was coaching him on how to man up and say what he wants. Because he should be able to do that if that's what he actually wants on his own. Yeah, so I didn't like it. I thought Kevin was pushing it too much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
The mothers was mothering. I was like, yes, mamas, y'all looking good. Okay. And then they like Jasmine said that, they're going to support them either way. I think they were more leaning toward that they stay together because they knew that they were good for each other. And then it reminds me remember when they were all out, I think at a bar or something, and they were convincing Dom to go back to Mac, and she was like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. But she just said that just to, appease them, but she really wasn't going to. So I think that was the same way that they were doing this. And Shaq know that now that it's like, oh, I messed up.
But you know what? Which mom should have been on the show? I don't know if y'all heard the show before you came on. Dominique's mom should have been on the show to explain why she felt her daughter was ready and just the dynamics behind that. That's whose parent need to be on the show. They're gonna bring on mamas, they need to bring her on too. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
That's just my take on it. And then we rolled into Dominique, speaking of her, how she finally caught feelings of herself of like, what are these feelings? What is this and that? I'm like, because girl, you're growing up and realizing you're not on a dating show. This is for real. Right?
That she is not ready to be married if she don't know what feelings are.
Yeah. And so did y'all see the clip where it was like right before she asked for divorce, like, I'd wanted him to fight for me. Me and Devontae were talking about before y'all came on. It's like if they had showed that never before seen footage, we would have had something more to talk about because we really didn't get a lot to choose from with them because it just seemed like she just didn't like the fact that he was in a basement and just maybe didn't want to stay in Nashville. Like, we didn't really have much to go on. We knew there was more, we just didn't know what. And so had they shown that, we would have, had more of an insight.
Right.
I get it, but I think she's playing childish games, in my opinion. Like, you want him to chase you, but you said you want a divorce. Like, we don't have time to play these games. It's either this or that.
Right, like the song, Old School? This or that.
Old school, I guess, but
that's Black Sheep
games.
Right.
Yeah.
He the type that keep playing that filing for divorce game. I ain't got time for that. Every time you get mad for 2 days. Well, I don't think this is gonna work. We're gonna have to think about this. No. If you go get married, I don't think you should never talk divorce. You should never bring that up.
What do we think? Go ahead, Tamika.
I say she playing the Ray J and Princess Love. Every other month they getting a divorce, and now they back together. We getting. Say that again.
I said A1 and Lyrica.
Just all the love and hip hop all together.
Okay.
Right. Anyway.
Exactly.
So, I mean, not really much to say about Eris and Jasmine. They just did that little interpretation of the mime. You know, her sitting on his lap. Devontae and I were saying they look real comfortable. So she looked comfortable on his lap and sitting next to each other. But the physical attraction seemed like is there. But what is it that didn't like turn it all the way up for Eris? And I was saying what he said last week on part 1 is he said that whatever he doesn't care for about Jasmine, he didn't want to say on national TV because it would embarrass her family, and her friends. I'm like, what can embarrass her family, and her friends? And then I was like, did she have bad breath before she got her teeth done, or you know, maybe downstairs isn't minty fresh all the time? I'm like, what is happening?
I was thinking that their pheromones are not a match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. You can think somebody is okay, or like you can be attracted to somebody's mind or something, but like their scent. Maybe I'm just a scent person, but yeah, I feel like if your pheromones are not matching with them, I feel like that's a sign that it's not right. And it might sound stupid for Eris to say that out loud, but I understand if that is it.
Okay, and then I'm gonna just move past because I'm gonna have to go in a minute.
Oh,
but
imagine you have somebody that though.
I told somebody it before, so
your pheromones isn't right. They're off, and I can't be.
Your pH balance ain't balancing. It's not balanced.
Well, I feel like we would have seen somebody like she would have walked by her and they were like.
I'm not saying she don't stink. It's just everybody's scent ain't for everybody.
That's true. That's true. That's true. All right. Well, we've moved to the part of the show because Chris and Nicole. So what? You know what I'm saying? Hate to say it. So what? We moved to the part of the show where there are awards giving out for this season. And I'll be live next week for the Where Are They Now? So we're going to start with Shaquille. And I'll have a first look too. Start with Shaquille. Did y'all see this picture first?
No, I didn't see this.
Okay, Shaquille.
Okay. That's Shaquille. So Shaquille, before I even saw that picture, because I did this on Monday. Okay. Shaquille gets the Student of the Month. All right.
He looks like the dean of students.
For mentoring and educating more than your marriage. Okay. That's his word. So the next award, of course, goes to Kirsten. We're going in couple order. This for Kirsten. She gets the End of the Year Student Award.
Is that most improved?
End of the Year Student, yeah, for supporting Shaq sometimes and finding your voice. See, sometimes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Next up, we have Eris. Eris is the Selective Hearing Award. If it's not about sex, I'm not listening.
Oh my God.
That's about it.
Then we have Most Improved Award goes to Jasmine. Okay. So Jasmine dealing and moving past errors and also finding your voice. That's for Jasmine. All right. So let me know if you agree or disagree, because that's why I think. So now we have Dominique. See, she got the kindergarten graduation one right here. You see that? See all them little kids? That's a kindergarten certificate. It says for understanding marriage is not a game. Dominique.
Oh my gosh.
Weak.
All right. Now we're going to McKinley. He gets the Foot in the Mouth Award for violating the bro code. All right.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Right. See that? That's the education. That's the shackism right there.
Right.
Next is the Superstar Award, the MVP of MAFS 16. We already know who that is, don't we?
Hank.
That goes to Clint. He gets a Superstar Award because he held the showdown. Because without Clint, it was already a long season. That's just what it is. Let me see.
It ain't even over.
Sharon's laughing. Okay. All right. The next award goes to the Good Friend Award. This goes to Hank for being Clint's bestie. Okay.
Yeah.
Winnie Pooh and Tigger. Yeah. There's nothing on here about driving Miss Daisy. Hank.
Uh-oh. Did we lose her?
Oh, I thought it was me.
No.
She frozen.
Every time I'm touching something, okay. So moving up award for Gina for moving up with your business. Gina. Girl, yeah. Okay. Next up for Teachers Help Award for always being eager to help, to step in, even when not asked. Nicole, all season long. Right?
It's the fact that she wrote these out for me that's taking me out.
Exactly.
It's not like she just printed them. She done printed them, wrote them out, personalized it.
Yeah. I have a teacher now, so I was like, girl, what website do I need to print me out some stuff for free? Good Behavior Award goes to Chris for dealing with your marriage with Nicole. Because Chris, listen, you're gonna need that. Now we got the Back in the Day Award. Y'all know who that's for? That's for Tamika, for all your song, movies, and references. Movie and song references. A movie or something. Y'all remember that one time? Y'all remember that?
That's hilarious.
We got a double award. All right. Double awards for Class Clown for putting smiles on faces. That goes to Devontae.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Devontae also, because every time I switch on IG, this is Devontae, Socially Not Working Award for spending time on social networks instead of doing your work.
Hey, I can multitask. Believe it or not, I'll be doing my work.
Enough said.
I done got promoted and everything. I'm doing.
Yeah, okay. Next up, we have the champagne or champagne, whichever one you want to say. This person's always traveling and has a sparkling personality and keeping it classy. That is Miss Jazz from the Jazz Free Show. Okay.
Cheers to me. All right.
Yes. The champagne
personality.
Yes.
Now, next up, we got the Teamwork Award. This goes to Frappes and T, Sharon, Dolores, Cynthia, Foster Dog Mom, and everybody else who be in the chat supporting. Okay? Always in the chat. It's the Cool in the Gang Award for supporting y'all. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it.
Yay!
And
Mom Teresa said hi to you.
Hey!
I see the wifey behind you. Hey!
And this is for you are officially awesome. This is for all subscribers and supporters, whether you're here live on the replay or whatever. That's for all y'all for supporting Millennial and Mom. Mainly Mom, since Millennial act like she getting another degree for real that I'm paying for. But that's
do her like that.
Because it's true. Those are y'all awards right there. Now,
and I want my award. I'm gonna send you my address. I want mine.
I'll send it to you. Or send me an email. I'll scan it over to you.
Yeah. Or send me. I'll send you my email.
You can just hand it to me in person.
It'll be here. All right. So also I have a sneak peek of Married at First Sight Denver and some couples, and the couples are going to be courtesy of the MAFS fan that has these already online. So here's a sneak peek real quick of Married at First Sight, season 17, Denver. Here we go.
To be married, I want to have a spouse. I think I come with like wifey level energy.
I'm ready to go in with the entirety of my heart.
Having that partner and having that person who's your go-to.
I'm insane for doing this. Absolutely out of my mind.
What I'm hoping for is to find the love of my life and to spend the rest of my life with her.
Love is the reason that we're on this earth. I think marriage is the commitment to that love.
Looking for someone who can find me at the altar and just be like, wow, this is my wife.
So that was a quick sneak peek. So let me see the couples courtesy of the MAFS fan. So the first couple is Orion, that's the guy, and Lauren. No ages or what they do just yet. Waiting for the official from People Magazine when that comes out. So Orion on the left, the guy, and Lauren. She is the only African American or brown skinned person on the season this year.
What?
Next up is, let me see, this is Austin and Rebecca. So comments about
Nicole Jr.
comments about her say she looked like she's bossy. I said, they got that from a picture already.
She
All
remind me of Ryan and
Virginia.
Olivia.
Not Olivia. What's the girl that? Oh, sorry.
That's right,
What's the
Virginia.
Yo, that's not even my phone. That's Vince's phone. I'm like, what alarm do I have?
Hold on. Hold your thought. Next up is Brennan and Emily. So Brennan and Emily. So whenever they taped this, it was cold in Colorado because all that snow on the ground. Woo! All right. Next up is Michael and Chloe. And then finally, we're gonna have Cameron and Claire. So let me just
related.
Let's put their pictures up one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's courtesy of the MAFS fans. So yeah,
I'm
What's this,
surprised.
the interracial season?
Huh?
Yeah.
This must be the interracial season or something.
I don't know, but that first couple he looked outdoorsy. She looked like she's not. So we'll see.
I'm like, is she gonna be surprised at the swirl, or is she just like Pascal, I'm open? I'm just curious because she looked like one of my friends, like just like a home girl. She don't
look like Steve Akoe or whatever that dude name is.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, the DJ or whatever he is.
The DJ. Yeah. Well,
these
that's
people look boring. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I
Except
don't
for the
have-
one girl that looked like what's her name? Claire? Is that her name?
This one?
Yeah, she looked like she gonna be too much for him.
Yeah.
But or she could be super fun. Who knows? It's a lot of personality in this pic, and he looks dry.
See, you're saying what people have said on the thing. Is a lot. She looks like she's already. I'm like, you get that from the picture, but we'll see. It could be the other way around. You never know.
Right.
So,
right. I guess they like we not playing with them melanin folks this year.
I mean, they are in Denver, so
the melanin folks out there is probably
yeah.
Well, the ratio of black and brown in Colorado? The ratio might be small. You never know.
Maybe.
You never know. So that was it. So all right. So in about 22 minutes, if you would like, head on over to Courtney and Eddie. They're going to be talking about Married at First Sight reunion as well, and then I don't know. I don't want to give away their whole lineup, but that's the general what they're talking about. So, and I'll be over there. So in 20 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
YouTube, if you would like. So I'll be back next week for this, and also on Monday for Married at First Sight before the 90 days. Y'all do realize that the finale of Love in Paradise is also Monday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Already.
Yeah. I'm caught up.
All right. All right. So, all right, you guys have a good evening. If I see you over there, let me know. Okay.
All right.
I'll be in the comment.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Oops.